MAGA and Donald Trump just got brutal news. It's not from Democrats. It's not from the deep state. It's not from some shadowy group plotting against Trump. The bad news that Trump and MAGA just got is from voters. This is regular people. Polling reveals 61% of voters believe that Trump has made the economy worse. We are seeing it broken down based on education, based on race, based on income. The numbers are terrible. Here is a little report from CNN based on this new data.
This is broken down by key demographics. Independents, 67, so 2/3 of independents think that Trump has made the economy worse. Those younger voters that David talked about, almost 2/3 as well. People of color, almost 3/4. Non-college voters, which is a key part of his coalition, very high. Also, and same with when you look at people making less than $50,000 a year.
Look, it seems we've finally come upon something that most Americans agree upon, and that is a central theme of Trump's winning message a year ago, I will bring costs down, just simply has not happened. And when you add to the rest of just the chaotic year, voters do not see the president's policies and actions, although there are many of them, affecting their lives in a positive way. As I've been talking to voters in New Jersey and Virginia over the past few weeks, I mean, it's the independent voters who really come alive here. And it's not that hard to find voters who voted for the president. They really wanted to see some change, and now they are not pleased with this. Now, look, we have to put a million caveats here because a lot will happen between now and next year. But I am told by White House officials that the president is obsessed with the midterms. You can just hear him talking about it already. He talks about it so often. So Virginia and New Jersey tomorrow are going to offer a window into what the country's thinking, as our poll did, of course. But
so listen, the heart of Trump's comeback pitch was, we're going to get the economy fixed finally after Biden destroyed it. I'm going to bring costs down. He repeated it like it was the cure for everything from inflation to, male pattern baldness. And notably, Donald Trump has lost 15 points among independents. Back in February, 43% of independents approved of Trump's job performance, and now only 28% do. That is a stunning collapse with independents. And this is not because independents suddenly said we love Democrats. Independents looked at Trump's first few months. They saw the chaos, they saw the tariffs, the economic effect, the markets panicking, the job losses, the crackdowns, all of that uncertainty. And they said, this doesn't seem like it's really making any sense. And I don't, I always try to be careful when we look at the data from independents. I don't want to make independents out to be enlightened centrists who are above the partisan fray. And in fact, most independents vote one way or the other. Like, I'm an independent. I've never been a Democrat. I mostly vote for Democrats. I evaluate each race, and in just about every race, I determine that the Democrat is the person most closely aligned with me. But there is a degree to which independents, especially in polling, are believed to be a little less ideologically beholden to the party they're a member of because they're not members of a party. So a 15-point wipeout with independents is massive. And then if you zoom out and you say, okay, his big thing was the economy. You go back to 2015. He was the guy who understood trade and was the only one who could fix it. He'll run the country like a business, even though he bankrupted many businesses. When your main area of expertise, the economy, now sees 61% believing the economy is worse today than when you took office because of the things you did, everything that could go wrong is going wrong when those are the numbers. It's happening very quickly. And then we get to what could save him over the next 6 months. Is there anything? There is this kind of reality that presidential approval ratings rarely go up. Why? When a president comes into power, they have some approval rating, which usually includes everybody who voted for him and some portion of the people that didn't vote for him but want him to do well. As the president does things people don't like, they switch from approve to disapprove. So you've got the totality of the country. He does blanket tariffs. A lot of people don't like that. They go from, I used to approve, now I don't. He bombs Iran. Some people go from, I used to approve, but now I don't. And what doesn't seem to happen is that when you stop approving of the job a president is doing overall, if they go and do one thing that you like, rarely do you go, now I approve again. Usually, approval ratings just go down over time. What's the exception? The exception are events like 9/11. George W. Bush's approval was collapsing in 2001. And at the end of 2001, close to the end, in September of 2001, we had the 9/11 attacks. George W. Bush's approval rating shot up, I believe, to in the 80s, upper 80s, if I recall correctly, although I'm going from memory, and it was a little while ago. That is not the sort of event that you consider that you can cause or create. Although there are conspiracy theorists who say it was created, but that is not my belief at this time. So might Trump try to create a crisis to boost his approval rating? I wouldn't put it past him. I don't think he has any moral qualms with doing that. But these numbers, especially among independents, look like they're going to be a disaster for Trump next November. Appreciate you watching. Stick around for this next video, and don't forget to hit subscribe so you actually see our uploads. You can also catch the full podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.